All right, time now is 3:27 p.m. I just gained like 4 subs like overnight, I think, which is great. But um yeah, I finally continued to have a little bit more conversation with Oliver, and I thought apparently Dean and Kingsley and Oliver himself also did some tuition on these apps and stuff. So yeah, even though it does sound like a stupid idea, like going onto an app and doing this kind of thing. But I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna try anyways. Anyways, Pink is working for her summer job at a book fair that's being held in the Hong Kong. Um, what's the name of the place again? Hong Kong Convention and Exposition Center. And there's a book fair being held there, and Pink was working there. And he saw a poster there with my mom's face on it, and she took a photo of it and sent it to me, and I was like, "Yep, it's her." And I wasn't even surprised because my mom told me to work there, and I thought it's gotta somehow be related to my mom or something, which it is, like my mom's company. So there's that. But I can't go to the book fair because I'm I haven't taken 2 vaccine shots yet, and I'm not allowed to go to the into the center because I've only taken 1 vaccine shot, not 2. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be filming and editing a couple reviews today. I'm gonna play Minecraft. I'm gonna do college homework, and then that is it. Nothing else of importance, and I'm gonna edit some of my short film, and then tomorrow I'm gonna leave again to continue editing with the short film guy. And yeah, so for the editing of the short film, yeah, there are some edits. There are some changes to the edits which aren't really something that I like. Like there are some edits where I'm like, okay, it's like I didn't want it to be like that, especially for the ending, where supposedly the characters should disappear. But I don't want people to see them literally disappear. I want people to sort of guess that they have disappeared. So there are a couple of edits that's just I don't like. But for the most part, a lot of the changes and the editing done by the short film guy is fine. It doesn't ruin the short film at all. Um, but yeah, certainly it feels different now. Um, yeah, and then that's it. I guess that's it. Not much else to talk about. I'm gonna go look for this app today, I guess. Um, and yeah, I yesterday I had this small scare where I'm like, man, this seems like a stupid idea. Getting a job may be a stupid idea. So I went to Natalie, WhatsApped her, and said, um, like, this feels stupid. This feels dumb. I hate doing this, but I really need some talking to. And then I realized, you know what? I changed my mind. I think, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So I just deleted these messages, and then now Natalie saw these deleted messages, and then she's like, "What?" So gotta say something to her, I guess. But yeah, essentially there's that, and yeah, big and small, big and small. Um, time now is 11:42 p.m. on July 15th. So yeah, July 15th is Marty's birthday. Shout out to Marty. I know I've said this, but I need to emphasize this once again. Just spent a significant amount of time playing Minecraft. Um, so yeah, my conversation with Natalie continued. I still kind of hate her. Like, just me speaking to her just feels wrong. Like, I don't know, it just feels wrong. Like, I should be meaner to her. Like, I should at least let her know that I hated her at some point. Um, but Yeah, I just feel like if I pretend to be all nice to her again, or not, well, I used to be very nice to her, and I'm not pretending, but if I act all nice to her in front of her, it's just gonna piss me off. And I was expecting never to see Natalie again ever since last year, September. And it's already been like 10 months. It's July now. So, I mean, 12 minus 2, that's 10. 10 months. So, I don't fucking know. Um, Also, given that it's Marty's birthday, Marty did hang out with Tom and another person from B class, like a pizza place or something. I want to hang out with people too on my birthday. I don't know with Natalie or not. Probably, definitely with Leo and Pink actually. Um, Even though when Leo and Pink had their birthdays, I didn't hang out with them. Aside from Pink, I did go to Pink's place for the hot pot. Not Pink's place, Marty's place on January 15th. But for Leo, I didn't really do that, did I? I want to buy him something. You know what? I'm gonna buy him something before I leave. Um, Something good. I have an idea. You know, yeah, I should like just. This is good practice. You know, this is good practice. See, when I go to USA, I'm gonna meet people that could be older than me, could be younger than me, and of different races. So different age and different races, and all over the place. Like some of them I'm gonna meet because of college. Some of them I'm gonna meet because they're my neighbor. Some of them I'm gonna meet by accident or something. And so, me taking initiative to invite people out is going to be more difficult because I don't know where to begin. And, but you know, say 2 years ago when I'm at school, everyone I know are at around the same age, are also in the same school, having the same goal. So, if one person hangs out, other people will just stick together. It's like forming crystals. It's like forming ice. Just water molecules attracting one another because of the hydrogen bonds. This is such a weird metaphor. um, but you know, this is good practice. So Zara and Miriam, right? I don't know how busy they are, but you know what? I can take the initiative and be like, "Hey, when are you free? Let's hang out again for the fourth time." And like actually visit some weird ass place, like some temple or something. Oh, I want to visit this Ping Shan. I'm saying Cantonese in English. It's disgusting. This trail, and if I could buy some souvenirs there and give it to Leo, it may sound kind of dumb, but I have a history of making dumb decisions. So let's just try not to be dumb, okay? But you know, this is good practice. I know I sound strangely optimistic now. I think I shouldn't feel optimistic. I don't know. But yeah. Things. I want to invite Tom too. Like just ask him like, yeah, let's hang out, you know. Okay, apparently Hans is speaking of being gay, apparently Hans is doing like 人口普查, which is like population counting stuff for the government, which is hilarious, like as expected of Hans. But anyways, I want to invite Tom, which sounds awkward, but it's a huge step up for me if I even invite someone who's not even my close friend. Now I've invited Leo and Pink. That's amazing. And Zara had invited me. Zara cannot say invite someone more powerful than her, but she can invite me because I'm less powerful than her. And that's how the game works. But I can step up, I can climb that ladder if I invite people courageously. Right? So yeah, it's good practice so that when I go to the USA. I would be more, you know, initiative, you know. So, anyways, my conversation with Natalie continued, and Natalie basically was like, send me a random photo of like some flying rabbit with a clock, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, I drew a mascot for my bridge club, and I'm like, okay, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Like, she's in a bridge club, like not like bridge board game. I don't even know what that is. Um, and yeah, yeah, we slowly continued our conversation. Natalie wasn't really like that enthusiastic in having a conversation with me, but at some point, I told her how Tom asked me if I know any secrets, and I'm like, bruh, I'm very detached from the world. And then I said, I only recently learned that he is leaving. Fuck you. And I said, I only recently learned that our old Chinese teacher has quit the school, which is disastrous, which is tragic. And just as I was going to type, man, if only I could meet him, like, have a tea or something, um, Natalie texted me, hey, do you want to meet him? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. And I said, even Tom and AJ wanted to meet him. And so Zara and Ann and Topher are meeting him, or I think they have met him already. And Natalie doesn't want to go with them because Topher existed. So Natalie's like, and I don't want to go alone, so will you go with me? And I said, fine. Like, I said, sure. So yeah, never have I ever actually like purposefully met a teacher, but if I have to choose one, it's got to be him because he's actually a very cultured man, very intelligent, someone that I very look up to. That's not a word. Um, so I've that to look forward to, I guess. But then at the same time, I totally expect myself to not even see Natalie before December. So hey, at least there's that. Um, Anyways, I'm not gonna do anything about the tutoring app thing. I'm gonna do that tomorrow because I have stuff to do right now. It is 11:50. I'm going to edit my short film. Look at this mess. Look at this fucking mess. Look at this mess. Um, Pain in the ass. Mendokse. Even though I love making movies, no, I love watching movies, but I don't love making movies. The process of making movies is just so fucking annoying. The product is why I do it. The reason why I make movies is because I love watching them, not because I love making them, but I still want to make them so that I can watch what I had envisioned. But this process, this making process, it's torturous, man. Okay, God forbid. No, that's not the right phrase, but nonetheless, editing is nowhere near as painful as writing, nor the filming itself. This is still fine. It's a little annoying, but fine. But fine. At least I already have the footage. At least I have, other than the Foley sound effects. God, the Foley sound effects. But hey, I got the main stuff. You know, I got the looks. Um, okay. Speaking of editing, tomorrow originally I had to go to my mom's company's office, meet the short film guy. The office is closed. So I'm like, okay, shit. Well, I guess I just have to wait for another 12 years. Um, and then simultaneously, the short film guy told me, oh, the office is closed. Let's just meet at a nearby Starbucks and edit there. So I'm like, okay, sure. So yeah, this is why I'm gonna make the edits now, and then I'm gonna watch Hot Fuzz. So yeah, hopefully I have a bunch of stuff to talk about when I meet Chinese teacher, which is going to be an interesting encounter. Not only because I'm literally meeting a teacher, but also I'm meeting Natalie. I've met people 22 times since the end of the DSEs, and only one out of the 22 times involved Natalie. And I think 18 out of the 22 times involve Leo and Pink, and 3 of the times involve Miriam. 4 of the times involve Zara, because when I saw Natalie last time, Zara was there too. And I remember how like furious I was when I saw Natalie, because at that point I haven't seen Natalie for like 6 months, and I was just like, damn, I gotta punch her in the face or something. No, I haven't seen Natalie for more than 6 months. Yeah, for, I don't know, I think for 8 months. And then now it's already been 10 months since September 10th of last year. So it's reasonable that I'm even angrier, to be honest. But I also spoke to Oliver, like a for real conversation. And the last time I had a conversation with Oliver, I forgot. His birthday, probably, but not even a conversation, to be honest. So I kind of don't know. And I haven't even seen Oliver for over a year, I think. No, Oliver was there in the DSE results day, which is a year ago. That's a year. Fuck me. Haven't seen Tom prior to Nick's hot pot dinner. Haven't seen Tom in 1.5 years. Like, just people, man. I just don't see them. But yeah, I'm gonna take the initiative. I'm gonna try my best to do a conspiracies movie. I'll try my best. Okay, so time now is 2:08 p.m. on July 16th. I'm going to go out, and instead of going to my mom's company's office, I'm going to go to the short film guy's office, which is very far away, pretty much all the way across Hong Kong. So yeah, it's going to take me about 1.5 hours to reach there. So I gotta go now, I guess. Yeah, anyways, shoot, I kind of forgot how exactly to go there. But it's fine. I'll figure out a way. But yeah. Anyways, I had a beautiful dream where there is a Form 7. Apparently, there's Form 6, and then afterwards we have a Form 7, and I return to school. And there's something so real about it. Like, when I stepped back into the classroom and I closed the door. I also went through the back door, not the front door. That sounds weird. I went through the back door, I closed the door, and I felt a kind of power, a kind of redemption that I can't describe. It was so beautiful, and it was amazing, I guess. I saw Nick there, and I saw people there, and I was really happy. But yeah, I think I had this dream because, like, I and Natalie had a conversation yesterday and talked about seeing my old Chinese teacher. The thought of seeing Natalie again is already crazy enough. And have tea with another teacher is even crazier. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know which one is crazier. The first meetup between me, Zara, Miriam, and the lion, Love Train, the hot pot party in Marty's place, or the hot pot party at Nick's place. I don't know. But yeah, essentially there is that. Aside from going to the short film guy's office to edit videos today, after I come back home, okay, so originally today I was supposed to do a review of Hot Fuzz, but yesterday I didn't have enough time to watch a movie, so I didn't. So today I'm not going to review it. Tonight I'm going to watch Hot Fuzz. Tomorrow I will review it. Right now I finished editing a Minecraft video, as you can see, and I will be uploading it tonight. And aside from that, I have homework to do, like right now, before 3 p.m. A small, quick little homework. Nothing to worry about. And I will be looking for a job if I can. I mean, I got English 5 double star. I'm speaking in English now. I hope people do hire me and give me some kane. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave now. Bye bye. Well, the weather is really bad right now, and I'm back in Chunwan. Yep. Alright, time now is 10:11 p.m. Big thing. So I went to the very far away place in Chunwan and met up with the short film guy in the mall, and he bought some McDonald's because he hadn't had lunch, and then I followed him to his new office location, and then we settled down, and I opened my laptop, and we started editing, and we finished editing it. Holy cow! This is a huge milestone. This is huge. This is huge. Do you know what are some of the hugest milestones in this short film? May 17th. That is the completion of the script. Finalized script. June 4th. That is the day I meet my actresses and other people. June 9th, the day of the shoot. And then today, July 16th. I finally finished the edit. Sure, there are still some other, parts. Maybe I'll trim it out, but for now, the whole thing is finished. And the whole thing is actually 6 minutes and 38 seconds long, which is like 2.5 minutes longer than I'd expected. But also there are a lot of bits. Okay, gosh darn it, it's crashing. Gosh darn it. Alright, so there are bits in the short film that I didn't intend to happen. So I didn't edit it that way because I didn't intend these things to happen. Like, I didn't even intend the imagination sequence to be this long. So I just had the imagination sequence, and that's it. But I had to add these really small pieces of like chopped up footage, almost like a YouTube poop, almost like a 21st century humor video, where I have to chop everything up and mix everything together and layer the sounds and all that. But instead of being funny, this is being serious and a bit scary. So there's that. Speaking of film making, a documentary by the name of Revolution of Our Times is submitted to Cannes Film Festival. This is huge. This is huge. Last year, a Swedish guy made a mini documentary about the protests in Hong Kong, and that documentary short got nominated in the Oscars, which is phenomenal. This year, we have a full-length documentary submitted to Cannes Film Festival. Holy fuck. It's huge, and I watched the YouTube, the trailer for the documentary on YouTube, and I cried. I just got really emotional watching it, and I looked at the comments. Apparently, everybody else cried. Like, everybody else who's also from Hong Kong also cried, and it's just such a powerful statement. And the future of film industry of Hong Kong is here for us to grasp. So, before we went to the office, I and the short film guy, so the short film guy told me, like, are you this quiet all the time? Because I was pretty quiet and awkward. And I was like, yeah, for the most part. And then he's like, well, you gotta speak up. So I started talking, and he asked me, are you gonna stay here in Hong Kong? Like, are you gonna come back to Hong Kong, after studying in the USA? Because don't do that. And I'm like, well, I did think about going back to Hong Kong because I want to make Hong Kong films. And the short film guy said, don't do that, because you probably can't even make any films in Hong Kong in the future. Nothing is safe. If you make a film, it's gonna somehow violate the law, and you can't make a film about anything anymore because everything has become a politicized, sensitive topic, which is sad. And a lot of people have this defeatist attitude, and I understand why. When against an authoritarian regime, it's best if I yield and conform and give up. Run and escape if I can. I don't know why though. Maybe it's because I'm still young, 18 years young. I don't want to conform. I want to fight back. I'm a filmmaker. And I want to use film to fight back. So instead of abandoning my home, I want to fight back even harder. I mean, again, this documentary went into Cannes Film Festival. That's one of the biggest film festivals in the entire world. If this film festival can do that, if Kiwi Chow, the guy who made this documentary, can do that, I think a lot of people can. I mean, yeah, we need money, we need resources, and it's going to be difficult because the law. But we still need to find ways to fight back. In Hong Kong, outside of Hong Kong, still fighting. We need to fight back with whatever we can. I'm a filmmaker. I fight back with the art of film. Musicians fight back with the art of music. Everyone fight back with what they got. And even if I fail, at least I can say that I tried. And I think that's incredibly important. So this is the purpose of my life. If you ask me what is the purpose of my life right now, I would say to fight the long war. I'm going to make a lot of movies and sort of promote the culture of Hong Kong and promote Hong Kong in general. Put it out there, let people know, let the people hear, let the people see, so that when the government and when the regime tries to erase our culture, we have enough power to fight back. And this is not a one-man job. One man cannot do this. There needs to be a lot of people to do this. So I really hope that there are many other filmmakers in Hong Kong who are brave enough to really promote Hong Kong and bring it to an international level culturally, like Japan. Japan has done it. Japan has done it. People from all around the world watches anime, listens to Japanese music, and Japanese history, like samurai history, is way more popular than Korean history or Chinese history. This means that if one day a president of some country decides to ban anime, it's going to receive a lot of backlash. That is the power of culture. And I kind of want that for Hong Kong. I want Hong Kong to also has power culturally. And South Korea has been gaining a lot of cultural power as well, with the K-dramas, K-pop, Parasite winning Best Picture in 2020. So what if Joe Biden suddenly says, oh, we're going to ban all K-pop music now? People will revolt. Controversy will be caused. But if Joe Biden says, okay, we're going to ban all Hong Kong movies now, there's going to be controversy, but way less. Because the fan base of Hong Kong movies is smaller, way smaller. This is why it's my job to promote Hong Kong and put it up there, okay? Along with Japan, South Korea. Taiwan is doing pretty well, even though it isn't on the top. Same goes for Thailand. A lot of Thai dramas are getting more and more acknowledged. So Thailand is climbing the cultural ladder. South Korea too. I mean, partially given to the fact that there are a lot of Korean Americans, but also the fact that Bong Joon-ho is such a great freaking director. Same goes for Park Chan-wook and Kim Ki-duk and Lee Chang-dong. They're all great modern Korean directors. Yeah, this is the cultural war, and I'm fighting it. I am on the line, and I'm fighting it. I am joining the long war, and I must remember that I put art as my number one priority, okay? I will not sacrifice art for politics. I will not sacrifice art for health reasons, which is a bad idea, actually. But art is number one, okay? So if I don't want to make a movie for a political cause, I will not. But if I want to, I will. But art is always number one. Nothing else triumphs art. Yeah, so that's huge. That monologue that I just did, soliloquy, that's huge. Anyways, I told Zara, like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that some person commented on my hand-rolled cigarette movie review, which, by the way, speaking of Hong Kong movies, hand-rolled cigarette. So some person commented on my movie review saying that he's the actor for one of the supporting characters in that movie. And I was pretty surprised. And he didn't have a lot of subs. He had like 100 subs or something, 103 subs. And then I checked and the comment is deleted again. So I hope it's real. That'd be pretty cool. But anyways, I told Zara, and then our conversation led to, oh, I just finished editing the film. Finally, final product. Not really final product. I hadn't done the colors, the sound effects, the music, the everything. Okay, it's still, gosh darn it, my laptop is still going crazy. Yeah, it's done. And then Zara's like, I wanted to tell her that I want to invite her somewhere, but before that happens, Zara's like, let's like hang out together more with Miriam or something. So there's that. So that's that. There's that. So yeah, the long war, it is happening. It is happening, and I'm fighting it, baby. I am fighting it. This is the purpose of my life. If you ask me why am I alive 6 years ago, I would say, I don't know, I want to win the Oscars. But now I don't even fucking care about the Oscars. If I win one, great. But if I don't, that doesn't matter, because a lot of great directors, Kurosawa Akira, Satyajit Ray, Andrei Tarkovsky, Ingmar Bergman, like none of those people won a Best Director. None of those directors won Best Director. Wong Kar-wai wasn't even nominated once. Terry Gilliam, I don't know. Maybe he was nominated. Who else? Just tons of people, man. Tons of people were not even nominated. Park Chan-wook wasn't even nominated. At all. At any point. At any time. So, it doesn't matter. But I'm fighting for a greater cause now. This is a cause that affects millions upon millions upon millions of people. This is international warfare. This is a warfare that's going to have a lasting impact on decades, if not centuries. And I will be fighting it. I will devote my life to it. Alright, time now is 3:41 p.m. on July 18th, I think? 17th. So I don't know why, but my voice, it already sounds kind of raspy, even though I haven't spoken a lot today. But it already began to sound kind of raspy, which I do not like at all. So I hope this doesn't go on. Anyways, not much happened. I asked Oliver what kind of apps did he use. So there's that. And then I spoke to Zara yesterday about, inviting people, and she asked me if I've ever been to Wong Dai Xin Temple to to buy some, aka to pray to the gods. Even though like she's not religious, I'm not religious, but it's a thing that people do. It's culture. And I said no. And then that's it. I and Cedric actually had a pretty small conversation. Cedric went to this sushi restaurant in Aberdeen called Yo! ! And it is the single worst sushi restaurant he has ever been to in his life. Aberdeen, Scotland, by the way, not the one in Hong Kong. And Um, it's yeah, it's funny. And then I said, oh, I'm going to, if you come back to Hong Kong in like December, you may still find me. And then he's like, probably not worth the time. And then he's like, oh, by the way, when are you gonna leave? And I said, I told you, late December. So there's that. But yeah, that's as far as everything goes. Now, what am I gonna do today? Nothing important. So right after I woke up, I actually had a stomach ache, unfortunately. But anyways, I finished breakfast and lunch, which is respectively a bowl of cereal with chocolate milk and 6 sushis. Um, Now I'm going to do some reviews, edit them, and then today I'm actually going to have to start writing the essay because I actually have to hand it in 2 days later at 3 p.m., which seems like a long time later until you realize that I have to sleep twice before the deadline instead of once, which means that I have a little bit less time than usual. So than the American. So yeah, there is that. I need to start working on my essay about the poem analysis, which is a little bit difficult than I thought it would be. And that's it. I won't play any Minecraft. I won't be playing any Minecraft, at least recording myself play Minecraft for a while, because I have to do this crazy big thing before the actual next thing. So, it is what it is, I guess. And, yeah, I really don't have anything else to say other than, yesterday I felt happy. I mean, it's been years since I've felt deeply happy and content with life. So yesterday I wasn't deeply happy and content with life or anything, but I felt hopeful. Like, you know what? Maybe I will be able to, you know, like do something cool in the future, because I think it's partially because of Natalie agreeing, like Natalie inviting me to hang out with her and the Chinese teacher, and also the fact that I finished editing my short film, and also the fact that I spoke to Oliver, and also the fact that I'm inviting Zara, or more so, we're just inviting each other with no social power inequality. And it's just a combination of all those things that's making me happy, I guess. Just sort of, yeah, things are going well. But yeah, speaking of best days and worst days, I really don't have any, like, my worst days of 2021 aren't that bad, and my best days of 2021 aren't that good either. So, yeah, there is that. I have about 5 months left. I should do a countdown, actually. I should do a countdown how many days left until I leave. So once the flight ticket is decided, I'm going to do a timer, a little date count, like how I did for the DSEs. I'm gonna count down how many days until I leave Hong Kong, and it's I don't want to do it, but I have to. So yeah. All right. It is 10:41 p.m. on July 17th. I don't know what to say. Nothing happened today. Again, as expected. Time is running out, indeed. So, again, like I said earlier today, when I know when exactly I'm going to leave, I will be putting a day countdown at the bottom of my screen, so that instead of a sudden departure, it's going to be a gradual march towards death. So I don't have much to do for the rest of the day, even though I thought I would, but I actually don't. So usually I edit my Minecraft videos on the other PC, but I realized, hey, why not just edit it in this PC, you know? So, or this laptop. So I realized that I can actually do that. So I'm going to edit the Minecraft video in this laptop, which means that I can actually do a review tomorrow and edit it in that PC while uploading videos in this laptop simultaneously. That is efficiency, my friend. But yeah. Anyways, I don't have much else to say at all. Really, I don't at all. I nothing. Yeah. So I'm going to start doing my essay now, which I have been procrastinating on doing because I just don't know how to do it. Just don't know where to start. Um, yeah, and I don't know, man. I really don't know. 4 to 6 pages of poetry analysis is a little bit more difficult than I thought because a poem is shorter, but it's a little bit more difficult to decipher. But yeah, I had a hot pot dinner, which made my shirt smell very hot pot flavored, so I had to change, which is a tragedy because I don't want to take a shower today. I just don't. But now my hair probably smells like hot pot too. But I feel like okay, so rough estimate. I have about 5 months left. I think 5 months is enough for me to absorb as much Hong Kong culture as possible. Okay, so it's mid-July. Let's do a reassessment, right? And allow me to okay, so what I've achieved in 2021 so far. First of all, I finished writing and finished filming a short film. That is easily the biggest achievement. Second of all, I went to college and got an A for every single course I've taken other than film script writing, which I've gotten a B. So I've achieved two things. And also, I have arrived at 484 subs, which is pretty cool. And I have hung out with people for 22 times so far, which could have been better. So all in all, for half a year, that's all I've done, which is actually kind of underwhelming. So for the rest of the year, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to absorb as much Hong Kong culture as possible. I'm talking about the history, the film, the music, the places, traveling. I'm going to do that. All at the same time, I need to prepare for the future. I'm going to go to a foreign place, a foreign country, and I'm going to be living there. So I'm going to do research. And usually I don't like doing research. No, usually I do like, but lately I don't like because it ruins the element of surprise. But here's the thing, my life depends on this. I'm not going to the USA to travel. I'm going there to study. So I will be doing a lot of research and, knowing what's the geography of the place, knowing how to get to different places, knowing people. And I'm going to do this huge spreadsheet thing, just converting Celsius to Fahrenheit, converting Hong Kong dollars to US dollars, converting meters to feet, converting metric to imperial, and time zones, and all that stuff. I guess it's pretty exciting. When you think that this is like me having a second chance to socialize with people, but then at the same time, if I stay in Hong Kong, I still do have a second chance, even if it does feel a little shabby. But yeah, the third thing I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to finish this short film, and if I can, I'll try my best to make a second short film. Hopefully conspiracies. I don't care how short. If it's related to school, good. That's 3 things. Number 4, I want to not make more friends, but pretty much completely obliterate my social fear. I'm not gonna say social anxiety because I can't self-diagnose. But I'd say that when I spoke to Mary on December 20th, 2019, that is already a huge step. And I need to continue to go forward, okay? I mean, me speaking to Mary on her birthday is also a huge step. So there's that. So these 4 things I have to do and I will do. Grad Din is not happening. The ebook isn't even out. So I'll forget about that. People, they're gone. People are dead. They're not literally dead, but they're dead in a way that they have disappeared from my life. A lot of people, like Kingsley, for example. He's gone from my life. I'll never talk to him ever again, to be honest. Bernice, I don't think so, man. Linda, Keith, no, never ever. And yeah, it's sad, and I've been dealing with this sadness for the last 1.5 years already, and I have to accept it. It's not like I can change it. When things happen, you accept it and you move on. And that's exactly what I have to do. So, also, for the last half a year, I gained some weight. Not a lot, but some. And I'm going to continue doing so. I'm going to build height, and I'm going to gain weight. And I kind of don't care about finding a romantic partner or anything. That would be great, but that is not a need. When it happens, it happens. That isn't something. That isn't a goal. It's an occurrence, and I don't know, man. Maybe Mary's just not for me. I've been thinking, even though Mary's personality is so intricate, and I like her personality so much, both jokingly and seriously. And however, Mary, as of 2021, is she as good as she used to be? Like, in terms of how interesting her personality is, I don't know. I mean, her Instagram bio is, I like blueberry muffins, and the last post she posted is just a photo of her smiling, which is very normal. And when I had a conversation with her, she's got some depth to her, which I like. But at some point in the future, that's gonna disappear. So, I don't know. But regardless, I will enjoy my stay here, and I will experience whatever I have to. That's that. Alright, time now is 2:53 on July 18th. It is Anne's birthday. Shout out to Anne. Yeah, so a bit of a change in location right here, because standing in my room all the time would be pretty boring. But anyways, I had a really strange dream of... Okay, so before, I fell asleep really late, like 4 something, which is bad. And I woke up at around 1:45 p.m. I just had some food, and that's that. I had a pretty strange dream where I encountered Keith. He spoke with a baby voice, and he told me to ask Natalie a very plain question. That is she still going to join Keith's Chinese group project or something? It was really weird. But anyways, it's a new day, it's a new dawn. Nothing's gonna happen today. So it is actually raining outside, and the sky looks really cloudy and bland. So I don't think I'm going to go down and work out because of wet floor, and it may rain again, unfortunately, as much as I want to. My stomach isn't feeling so good still, so that's problematic. Um, um, and yeah, not much else, I guess. So Pink actually asked me if I want to do part time from August 12th to 16th in the book fair, and by that time I will already have vaccinated. Okay, speaking of vaccinated, today is 18, so if I can, I will go work out on the 20th or 21st. Um, because after the vaccine, I can't work out again. I will probably feel really painful and sick, and it's going to suck ass. Um, but yeah. Pink asked me if I want to go do a part time in the book fair, and I said I had to think about it. It's $60 per hour, which is about um, $8 per hour, which is not bad. It's not that bad actually. Um, so yeah, maybe I'll go. Also, apparently my semester now, my summer semester ends on July 31st, meaning that I have an entire month of nothingness. So yeah, I gotta spend some time doing stuff. So on top of the tutoring stuff, I still have this. But okay, my stomach is really not feeling good. Um, yeah, yeah, I have nothing else to say. So if it, I don't think I'm gonna go work out today. I don't know. I don't know. In any case, I'm not gonna do anything important today other than filming a review, editing a Minecraft video, and then I will be doing some essay. I actually wrote a couple paragraphs yesterday, which is impressive. Um, but yeah, Allen Ginsberg's A Supermarket in California. Pretty damn good poem, I must say. Like, I read it and it's like, man, the vocabulary. Sound such a nerd, I know. Um, yeah, you know, I don't have anything else important to say, I guess. A couple days ago, I think, there's a Queenie made an Instagram story of her like playing games, like video games. You know, she didn't show her face or anything. Well, actually, she had showed her face in a few of her previous Instagram stories where she has like orange yellowish hair, which looks really nice. But yeah, she looks like a really different, not really different. I mean, she still looks like Queenie, but she probably is a very different person now. But anyways, in that Instagram story, she tagged Topher, and I took a screenshot, sent it to Natalie, and I jokingly said the woman snatcher because Topher is friends with Zara, and now Queenie. It's only a matter of time till Topher takes Jordana, and Pink. Well, Pink is already Topher's friend, not close, but somewhat. But it's only a matter of time till Topher takes Jordana and maybe even Mary or maybe even Linda, except I think Topher kind of hates Jordana. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, oh, the woman snatcher. And then Natalie was like, WTF. And then that's our conversation. Yada yada. Alright, it's 4:57. I can't believe I've never done this before, but this yellow bun here is called Nai Wong Bao because inside this bun is custard. It's egg custard, milky egg custard that's sweet, and it's gotta be one of my favorite buns. I like this more than cha siu bao. Except this one is a little bit different from the ones that I used to eat. Okay, huge change of plans. So originally today I didn't plan to go out and work out or jog or anything, but then suddenly Leo texted me asking me if I want to join him on his run. And I said yes. here's the thing. It's raining, or it has rained, and I think it's about to rain. Looks very fucking depressing. I honestly don't know how are we gonna run in this environment. I mean, it's doable, but hey, I'm gonna go out today anyways, so might as well. This marks my 23rd day hanging out with people. Alright, time now is 10:20 p.m. on July 18th. Yeah, yeah, I went out, met up with Leo, who came out of the MTR station, and we started running, and we ran inside the running trail in a nearby park. And after a loop or two, actually I think one lap, I already began to feel tired. No, I or maybe 2 laps, and I began to feel tired. But I kept at a constant pace, and my breathing was fine. Like, it wasn't like totally out of control, like 9-minute run. But Leo kept going, so Leo clearly had more stamina than I had, because I was pretty tired already by the end of 2 laps. And then suddenly it started raining, and I took out my umbrella, and we went to a nearby Pacific Coffee to hide from the rain. And he ordered himself an iced coffee. After the drink, we continued our run, and we ran for 2 more laps. And then I was just walking at one point because I was just like really tired, and he just kept running. And at the end, I was like, yeah, I'm so tired already. So that's it. So I came back home, and by the time I was walking back home, Pink WhatsApped me and said, never mind. The guy found another guy, meaning that I don't have to go to the book fair in mid-August to do the job, which is both good news and bad news. Good news because I don't want to spend 5 days straight going to the same place, doing the same thing, and it just seems like a waste of time, because usually I have YouTube, I have Minecraft. Second of all, it's also kind of bad news because I want to earn money. $60 per hour is actually not that bad of a bargain. Leo is doing this intern thing in the summer, and he's gaining about $1,000 for the whole thing, or I don't know, like $1,000 for the whole thing, or something like that. But it was actually way cheaper, because then it's about $10 per hour, which is bad. So yeah. But anyways, I returned home. I was all soaking wet and tired, and I was sweating, and it was raining pretty hard, and I kind of didn't want to go out to have dinner, but then there's no food in my apartment. So at the end, I had 2 options, right? Either my dad go out and buy food, come back home, and we eat together at home, and I could just take a shower and rest, or we go out and eat together. And we finally decided the latter, so we went out. We went to this Japanese restaurant and had a dinner there for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Pretty huge meal. $336, which is actually pretty expensive for 2 people. But it was a huge meal. It has fried fish with lemon juice. It has fried beef cubes, beef fillet with onions and corn and cabbage. it has this deep fried kind of croquette, seafood croquette. It has a relatively small bowl of pork bone udon, and it has two sushi, two salmon mayo sushi, and two cooked fish sushi with sesame sauce, plus a bowl of sashimi, including two shrimp, two scallops, and two thick slices of salmon, plus two bowls of this very thick soup with like egg white strands and crab meat and bits of lettuce, and the soup was kind of mediocre. And there's also a plate of salad with lettuce and two slices of roast duck, and also bits of cucumber, bell pepper, and small cherry tomatoes. So yeah, in other words, it's a pretty big meal. But yeah, that's it. Now I'm back home. I have an essay to finish. I don't think I'll be able to finish it today, so maybe tomorrow I'll wake up earlier to finish the essay. Apparently in Discord, while I had dinner, some people in Discord were discussing, like, can I use... Okay, so for some reason the phone cut me off mid-sentence, so I have to continue speaking now. But I left off at talking about people writing writing essays, right? What are you doing? Start writing now. You have like 12 hours left. But anyways, while I was with Leo, we didn't talk. We did talk a lot, but nothing that crazy. We did talk about meeting our Chinese teacher. Leo also expressed that he wants to hang out with the Chinese teacher, which from now on I will call Mr. P because it's a better name, I guess. So Mr. P. Leo's like, oh, you want to meet him too? Let's meet him together. And I'm like, nah, Natalie invited me already. Which is, if I hang out with Leo, hanging out with Mr. P. So Mia, Leo, Mr. P. It makes way more sense, okay? Two similarly aged boys with similar, not similar, but like with relatively similar personalities. Like, it makes sense. But me with Natalie, with Mr. P, it's more interesting that way, you know? Like, yeah, again, like I said, you know, I and Natalie, we hadn't talked for 79 days, and I kind of have a like-hate relationship with her. But also Natalie's impression, like the teacher's impression of Natalie is basically my impression of the Form 1 Natalie. In Forms 1 and 2, Natalie is the knife-wielding, unstable, psychotic demon girl who jumps around, hit people, and go crazy and cry and laugh like someone insane, like some psycho. And in Forms 5 and 6, Natalie does still kind of do that, but way less and way milder. But the teachers still think like, oh my god, Natalie is this crazy girl, man. So the idea that Natalie and I are friends is just really strange. But I guess, yeah, it's way more complicated than that. Like, yeah, I'd love to say that, you know, I and Natalie were not friends anymore. It makes sense. Why does some artsy, socially anxious, some powerless boy like me suddenly make friends with this very successful, kinda smart businesswoman who is also simultaneously psychotic and unstable and somewhat crazy? But we actually worked as friends. Except we also didn't. Like, it also didn't work out so well. Another thing I and Leo talked about is grad din, because we have to talk about it. So Pink went back to school, and Pink was told that grad din is officially canceled. It is canceled. No more. And we're going to be receiving a full refund. Okay, that's the grad din. How about the book? How about the graduation book? Also canceled. And we will also be getting a full refund, which is fine. Give me back my money, bitch. But yeah. The memories of this year is going to be completely erased. So yay, yippee-ki-yay. Not sad at all. What? I'm not sad at all. What are you talking about, man? Yeah, so if I'm actually able to make a short film about like my school life, that is going to be the only evidence that our form ever existed. Because the grad din never happened. Grad book, it's not gonna happen. I mean, yeah, there are photos, but the only commemorable thing to ever come out of this is going to be my short film about how sad and pathetic our school lives have been, especially mine. And Cedric's. His life sucks. And I don't say that often about people other than me, but yeah, Cedric's life, kinda. I wish him luck. Wish him the best of luck. So, yeah, for the rest of the day, I'm going to be, playing a bit of Minecraft, but more importantly, finishing up the essay. I'm not going to finish it today, so I'm going to wake up a little bit early tomorrow. And all at the same time, I am going to be watching an episode of The Wire, perhaps, that or Succession. And then, that's that. Yay. Time now is 12:04 p.m. afternoon on July 19th. Yeah, I don't have anything important to say, other than I had a nightmare, I guess. I slept for about, 7 hours, which is not bad. But I had to wake up early today. Why? Well, before 3 p.m. I have to hand in an essay. I have 2 paragraphs to go, plus a works cited. The works cited is really simple, nothing crazy. But yeah, 2 paragraphs, and yeah, I have to wake up early. Yesterday, right before I went to bed, I spoke a little bit to Natalie. Natalie randomly sent me another photo of like a little thing that she designed, like a mascot, and I was like, okay, it was a mascot for her bridge club. And then she's like, yeah, I want to play bridge with you sometimes, even though I don't know what bridge is. I've never played it. I know it's a board game, perhaps. And then I was like, oh, I'm writing an essay, and then she's like, oh, looks good. And then I sent her a couple photos of the Chinese temple that I've been building for over a month, and then she's like, wow, that actually looks pretty cool. And then that's it. I don't know why. Chatting with her is pretty, like, I don't know why, even though I hate her. Like, last night when I was texting her and all, like, I look forward to the next text. But also, like, the things she would text about at this day and age is already completely different from what she used to always text about. Like, if I go back to Form 2 and look at our earliest texts, like, the things she would text about is usually, like, homework, but also like edgy stuff, like edgy thoughts and deep thoughts and all that. And even in Form 4, like sometimes we would just suddenly talk about something deep, like something a little bit more complicated, like philosophy, religion, and what we're interested in lately, and all that stuff. But at this day and age, the stuff we text each other about is just way more shallow. But this also goes on to remind me that, to be honest, if Natalie was a nicer person, I would have actually considered dating her. But for some reason, she's just a very mean person, and I actually never had the idea. I never even had the thought of like dating her because I never wanted to because she was just so fucking mean all the time. So Mary is the perfect. The, Mary is basically Natalie, but kinder, and that's why I really like Mary. And I guess another big difference would be I don't know. One thing I don't like about Mary is her taste in music, but I don't know. If I introduce a lot of music to her, she's gonna be like, wow, my eyes are opened. Um, I don't know. Another thing about Mary that I really like is just her strange reputation. I mean, no, well, actually, Natalie's reputation is also really strange, but Mary's more like subtle and hidden, and I really like that. So yeah, aside from doing the essay, I'm gonna do an album review. I'm gonna edit the thoughts update, and then this and that and this and that, and that's it for today. Bye bye. All right, time now is 12:27 a.m. in the morning. Nothing happened. I'm gonna watch 4 episodes of anime, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Before that, though, I'm going to. I actually have already downloaded another app for the tutor. I'm going to download another, and see if I can find any good tutoring things and stuff. But July is already coming to an end. So I guess we're already 1/3 through summer holiday, even though there really isn't one. Um, and that is it for today. Nothing else. I did a lot of moping around. I started having dinner from 8 to like 9:30 for some reason. I spent a long time having dinner. And in fact, I'm actually quite full right now. But yeah, I really don't have anything important to say or to do as of this current moment. And it is also raining pretty hard, and I believe it will also rain pretty hard tomorrow, which means that I probably won't go out and work out. I actually probably won't. Originally, I planned to go out and do a bunch of push-ups and sit-ups right before I take the second shot of the vaccine, but I don't think I can. But I'll try my best anyways. If the skies are clear on the 22nd, I will still go. Um, my brother is developing. I don't want to say this like in a way it's like a huge scary deal or something, because this is a phase that everybody has to go through. But my brother is entering a phase where he's like feeling really sad because he's arguing with his friends, and he's wanting to cut himself, and maybe suicidal thoughts. I've been there, you know. um I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna come off a little bit cold-blooded saying this, but I don't want my brother to go there. Neither do I think. Neither do I hope it's a big deal, because my brother will never triumph the insanity of the old Natalie. Okay, I will forever. No, actually, I'm not going to forever put Natalie anywhere, but the people that I know are peak. I won't say insanity, because saying insanity would be suggesting that feeling sad and suicidal thoughts are insane, but it is actually very sane. But I would say that the people I know are peak troubled, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And nothing else will convince me otherwise. Not even scientific evidence. In my mind, in my dreams, it will always be what it is. Um, speaking abstractly, you know what? I'm going to write. I want to write a poem about Mary, not for Mary, but you know, for the last few years, for the last 2 years or so, I've already been like writing and not frequently at all, but sometimes when I get bored I just write like verses, not exactly rap verses or songs, just words, kind of like poems, but not really poems because it's not really like rhyming. Or I mean, poems don't have to rhyme, they're free verses, but it's kind of meant to be like, just write down my thoughts, but in an artsy way. And I kind of want to do another one for Mary. I've written a few for about Mary already, but I kind of want to write one final one about Mary, and it's going to take as long as it gets, and yeah, it's gonna be good. So there's that. All right, hey guys, what's up? It is 3:09 p.m. on July 20th. Fuck. Yeah. So it's still raining pretty hard. Um, It's been raining for 3 days straight, and I don't think I'm going to be able to go out or anything today, which is fine. Um, Also, for some reason, like, is something up with my phone? Oh, it's fine now. Oh, it's fine now. What the hell did I do? Okay. Anyways, yeah, the whole tuition thing is a more complicated process than I have imagined, but I understand why. I mean, after all, it's just a really messy process. But yeah, it also concerns me because doing tuition also means socializing with strangers. It's one thing to socialize with strangers because you're supposed to, because of work or college. It's another thing to socialize with strangers when you're not even supposed to, but you're gonna do it anyways because you gotta make money. So this is gonna pose as a bit of a danger to me, as a bit of a challenge to me, I think. Anyways, I'm not gonna do anything important today. I'm gonna do an album review. I'm gonna actually try Duolingo and film myself doing it, and I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna be I don't know, man, just college homework and this and that and things, and yeah. It's when last saw Natalie on September 10th. It's been about um 4 months since I've seen her. And if I and Natalie meet again in August, it would have been 11 months. So I honestly kind of don't want to see her. At the same time, I kind of do. Also, speaking of girls, Mary, right? Um, haven't started writing anything about her, so I should get that ready. But yeah, that's all for today. I'm also gonna play some Minecraft, but not record it, because why would I? I actually thought tomorrow was 23rd, and I had to take the vaccine, the second shot on the 23rd, so I'm like, wow, that's fast. But actually, it's 20, so if it doesn't rain on the 22nd, I'm gonna go out and work out. That, or I'm gonna invite someone somewhere. I don't know. Would you look at that? Oh my god. I can't believe I made this. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect. If you zoom in, you can clearly see like these little margins. Like, it's totally not. I tried this for a very long time. The gradient is a huge problem. And of course, I tried to cover up my acne, and obviously this is all cover up. But overall, if you look at this from a far distance, this is actually pretty goddamn good. I'm actually liking this a lot. Hell yeah. And this is one without text. There we go. I also, if I tone down, if I darken the reds and the yellows, my skin is gonna darken, but my eyeballs won't. So my eyeballs are even brighter than my skin, which is so cool. So yeah, cool photo, and I can't believe I took a photo like this myself, and then edited in Photoshop and actually made this. I'm so good at this, or maybe bad. I mean, seriously, but still, who cares? All right, time now. I don't know why the fuck am I laughing. Time now is 11:57 p.m. on July 20th. It's pretty late. It's pretty late at night. So, I had a conversation with Natalie, and it was depressing. I mean, everything I say or do in this era is going to have a tinge of depression to it, which is sad. But my conversation with Natalie is just all right. It will never beat the conversation I had with Mary. The one, even though maybe Mary will forget about me and will never remember me ever again, but I have gained a really sweet and happy memory from speaking to Mary, which is amazing. I okay. Anyways, let's talk about Natalie. Our conversation didn't last too much. I talked about taking the vaccine. Apparently, Natalie had taken 2 vaccine shots already. Shout out to Natalie. And then we talked about like people, I guess, maybe, perhaps. Like, we talked about Kingsley, and apparently Kingsley blocked Pink on like social media, on WhatsApp. So apparently in the beach, of course it has something to do with a fucking beach. But I think in April, Pink, Leo, bunch of people, and Kingsley went to the beach together, and according to Natalie, Pink suddenly got sad and went up to Kingsley and hugged Kingsley, and Olivia got mad, which is weird because usually Olivia expresses no emotions. But Olivia finally expressed anger towards that. Shout out to Olivia. And Olivia told Kingsley to block Pink, so Kingsley decided to block Pink. And I think Olivia herself also blocked Pink. So that kind of happened. And I didn't know that, so I told Natalie, like, wow, And I didn't know that, so I told Natalie, like, wow, last time I spoke with Pink on the issue of Kingsley, Pink seemed to be really concerned that Kingsley might still have feelings for her, which I think is still kind of true to a degree, because Kingsley is a very greedy and perverted guy, If he wants to secretly have, like, affairs with other girls, like he would, because he's really egocentric, and Kingsley really believes that he's some type of main character in an anime, so he would really actually do that. I wouldn't be surprised. But Natalie told me that 70% of everything that Pink said is true, but don't believe the rest. And I said, well, Pink is really nice to me. Like, whenever Pink speaks to me, it's from a good place. So yeah, there's that. So Pink is not so trustworthy as well. But I legitimately, even if Pink lies, like, I believe she lies for a good reason. Like, Pink isn't the person who lies because it's fun to lie or any shit like that. So ultimately, it's a matter of perspective, I guess. But yeah, there's that, and what else happened? Um, right, shoot, I forgot what happened. Oh, right, Keith. So the conversation arrived at Keith, and I told Natalie about my theory of how Jordana might be the greatest winner of our school life is if our school life is a game. Because if I was Kingsley, and sure, I have a girlfriend and other girls like me and I have success, blah blah. But if I have to lie every single day of my life and put up an act, I would feel pain, So, I mean, being Kingsley. So, being Kingsley has its ups, but also has its downs. But I feel like for Jordana, since she's enjoying her life right now, despite the enjoyment being very materialistic and shallow, to a degree, she is the winner. Which brings me to Keith. Keith is also like trying to act normal and all that, And okay, so what is this girl's name? Okay, so this girl is friends with Jennifer and is also simultaneously friends with Grant. Keith and Jennifer used to date. They stopped, they broke up, and then Keith proceeded to date a couple lolly girls and then Natalie and then back to Jennifer. So Jennifer and Keith are back together. Jennifer's friend, aka Grant's friend, asked Jennifer if they're back together. Jennifer lied, said no. So the girl told Grant. Grant told Natalie. Natalie told me, saying that Jennifer lied about dating Keith again for the second time. And that girl also complained, saying, "Wow." She looks, commenting on Keith. He looks so. Commenting on Keith, saying, "Wow, he looks so skinny, yet he tries to be like a fuckboy," which is very cringe. So there's that. And also simultaneously, Jeffrey is dating someone like 14 years old. So actually, if you look at Team Cyan, the only person who haven't dated anyone is me. Jordana technically too. I don't know if Jordana has a boyfriend now. God, I hope not. But Jordana was somewhat in a relationship at some point, but only once, which is actually pretty surprising. I mean, back in the beginning stages of Team Cyan, you'd think Jordana would be the big one because she's the hottest, she's the most talented, and turns out Jordana is the second least popular romantically. Me being the least, of course. Number one being Natalie. Number two, I say Linda, but Natalie would be number one. She's on her fifth or something, which is still something that I will never forget and will be mad at her for. But Linda would be second, not because she's like a slut or something. I wouldn't call her that. But she and Darnell are already together for like 4 years. Holy shit. Congratulations. That is a long relationship. You know what? They're going to get married. Like, if they can survive 4 years of secondary school, might as well get married. Like, just do it. I'd actually be happy for them. Because it's actually genuine. Or even if it's not genuine, it's strong at least. But anyways, that's that. And Jeffrey made an Instagram story, like, acting all dumb and innocent and said, "Oh, my friends are calling me pure and innocent." And I'm like, fuck off. Is Jeffrey lying through his teeth every single day? Or is he just is he going through the same thing Jordana went through, where essentially Jordana lost her innocence and then gained it back? Which is magical. And Jordana pulled that one through in Form 3. She went from this dark and mysterious, yeah, I know, like 8th grade syndrome bullshit, but she was legit kind of a mysterious, troubled girl who's like lonesome and strange. And then she just suddenly becomes very like bright. Which is very jarring. And Jeffrey is pretty much going through that. But yeah, our conversation ends there. Words can't explain. So Natalie is I think I also spoke to Oliver a little bit because there's this whole, like, I don't know what to do with my tutor apps. Like, I downloaded them, but I have no tutoring experience. So what the hell am I gonna write? I have no experience. I asked Oliver, what am I gonna write? And Oliver's like, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, and apparently Oliver has landed 3 tuitions, but none of those 3 are from apps. They're from like person to person. So it's kind of like Parasite. It's kind of like Parasite, the movie. It's kind of like the like the beginning of the story of Parasite, the trigger to that story. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's that. Um, Aside from that, I made myself the profile picture, which isn't as difficult, but it doesn't look perfect either. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a little homework, and then I'm gonna watch an episode of The Wire, and then afterwards I'm gonna take a shower, go to bed. That's it. Tomorrow, okay. So apparently on the 22nd, I have to go out and celebrate my brother's birthday, which is actually the 25th. But on the 25th, I may have fever on that day. So no, I may get fever. So 22nd birthday. If possible, if I can, I'm gonna go out tomorrow and work out then. Time now is 3:18 p.m. on July 21st. Unfortunately, it is still raining today. It's been raining for 4 days. It's still raining today. So I don't think I will be going out today for workout, which means that the next time I will have the chance to go out and work out, it would be about 27th, which is about a week later. But anyways, I'm not gonna do too much today. Nothing important happened at all. I'm gonna do the usual college homework, reviews. I'm gonna watch Titanic tonight, which is 3.5 hours long. I'm gonna watch it in one sitting. And that's it. I'm also gonna look for jobs, look a little harder because yeah, it's been a while since I've started thinking about getting a job, and yeah, I gotta try harder. I gotta try harder, look harder, and I'm going to face difficulties. Trust me, This is not going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be easy. Just me pressing the button and request to be some stranger's tutor is already kind of a messed up thought. So I need to take a leap of faith if I really want to do this. Anyways, not much else to talk about. Yesterday I gained 1 sub. No, 2 days ago I gained 1 sub and then lose 1. Yesterday I gained 1 and then lose 1. So that's kind of messed up. I have hit a bit of a lull again. Which is very disappointing. But to be honest, there aren't a lot of like crazy album releases in June. So if there are, I could just, get ahead of the curve and all that, but I can't. But I think I can in August with the Billie Eilish drop and the Liars drop, I think. There's another album that's dropping in early August that I think I can review before Fantano does. Hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, there's that. Nothing else to talk about. Yeah. As much as this morning I didn't have any significant dreams. Nothing vivid, kind of blurry and hazy. But I think I saw Mary in one of my dreams. And that's it. I saw Mary and I didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. I just saw her. And she's like a specter to me. She's like a ghost. She, like, just the thought of her being real just hurts my brain so much that I have to rule her as a ghost in order for me to survive. To survive her. To survive someone. to survive the existence of someone, I have to rule her out as a ghost, which is the saddest part. That's it. Bye. Alright, time now is 10:28 p.m. I've already talked a lot today, and I have done nothing today but making content. The Twin Shadow album review, which seems like yesterday already because I just filmed so much. And then I edited Duolingo, and then I did the Tones and I review. So yeah, now I'm just gonna read maybe 10 pages of Fences, and tomorrow I'll read more, I think. And then that's it. I'm gonna complete my bio in that tuition app, and I don't know, just go around and look for some tuitions, perhaps. I feel like such a loser because everybody's getting jobs. Everybody's doing intern this, intern that, job this, job that, and I'm just here squeaking like, can I please find a job? Can I please, please, please? And it's so fucking pathetic. Like, I feel like such a fucking loser. But yeah, there's that. Not much else. And then I'm gonna watch Titanic, which is 3.5 hours long, so there's that. Right. Nothing else. Tomorrow I'll have to leave to my brother's birthday party. So I'll be waking up a little bit early tomorrow, and yeah, that and stuff and things. My conversation with Natalie continued for a little bit, where she suddenly popped out of nowhere and said, "Legit, we gotta ask Mr. P." So I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then she's like, "Is there anyone else who wants to see him?" And then I'm like, "Well, Leo said he wants to see Mr. P, but I don't know. I don't think Leo would, come with me and Natalie. I mean, he would definitely join me on the journey to find Mr. P, but I don't think him being with Natalie is all that great or anything. So yeah, that's all. That's all.